Hello everyone and welcome to Blogger and Everything and welcome back. And man, Rayo Vallecano, where is this coming from? Where did these guys even find the energy to put up that much of a resistance, to be that much of a headache for Barca? Because you know what, these guys just on Thursday night were playing in a conference league round of 16 match, which kind of went down to the wire. So they really did expend a lot of energy. And it's been what? 2 days in between, Friday, Saturday, Sunday afternoon, mind you, afternoon kickoff, which by the way, I know I usually complain about La Liga's kickoffs being too late, at like 10 p.m., 11 p.m. sometimes. And it's true. I don't like those, really late kickoffs. They don't really give some of us enough time to do our thing, especially when you have a 9 to 5, to balance up with. But at the same time, 2 p.m. kickoff is a bit much. This early kickoff, it just never makes sense. Like, we as fans, to start with, are discombobulated. We don't really know what's going on. We don't have the right energy, and the team as well is really in the same vein. And it became more tricky today because you know that later on you got Real Madrid and Atletico de Madrid playing each other, and of course, after the international break, you have to go away to Atletico de Madrid. So it was almost imperative not to drop any points here tonight. And if anybody knows Rayo Vallecano, you know that not dropping points against them is a lot harder than it sounds, okay? Real Madrid just a few months ago needed a penalty, late penalty, to ensure that they got all 3 points. So Rayo is that kind of a team. And today, honestly speaking, Barcelona needed Joan Garcia. Now, I didn't even know that this brother was fit, okay? After what happened, late against Newcastle United, the way that he went off, I just came to the conclusion that, he's out until, they gave us a list of matches he was going to miss. So I tuned into this game and boom, Joan Garcia in between the sticks. So I'm thinking, okay, it was really necessary. Then we play the match and it was really necessary. Because just like away at Rayo, it was Joan Garcia who saved the 1 point that we got, because he literally, saved a lot of shots. This time around, same thing, Rayo had 5 big chances, 2 more than Barcelona in this game. And it took Joan Garcia making some incredible saves. I remember there was this one from a corner kick where I was thinking like, hey, how did that not hit the back of the net? But you know what? It's no surprise either to see that it was Joan Garcia that was Barcelona's man of the match, really, in this one. Barca's best performer. And honestly, our best performers in this one, I'm thinking, are coming from that back line, because, you could look at Cancelo, you could look at Araujo, the much maligned Araujo, who got the winner in this one. You can look at, Gerard Martin and Kubarsi again. Yet another clean sheet between the two of them. I don't know if Barca has a centre-back pairing this season with more clean sheets than, Gerard Martin and Pau Kubarsi. Anywho, the rest of the team wasn't so good from Barcelona, especially the forwards. This is a match where none of Barcelona's forwards got a goal or an assist, okay? Not Mr. Goals and Assists, Fermin Lopez, not, Rafinha, who's been a goal machine recently, not Lamine Yamal, who always finds a way to give Barcelona a moment. Okay, Barca though did have some chances from which they should have scored more goals, you could say, but then the same applies for Rayo. So I'm not going to hold any of that too much against them, especially since this was an early afternoon kickoff. You don't really understand. 2 p.m. in Spain with the sun just, beating down everyone. I don't know how any of these brothers showed up for this game, honestly speaking. And, well, I guess it makes sense that none of them really performed to the level that we would expect of them. At least not the level we've seen in the past 2 matches against Newcastle United and against Sevilla. So what that means for Barca, though, is that they at least go into the international break not having to worry about losing any of their advantage at the top of the league. They do, though, have to, tune in tonight, I guess. Real Madrid, Atletico de Madrid. See how all of that goes. And hopefully, I know it's unlikely, but hopefully Atleti can do us solid. Anywho, that's basically that. I think with the international break coming up, obviously, there won't be any match views until the match is back. But I am looking at putting out something talking about La Liga's new TV deal. So okay, La Liga recently announced a new TV deal. I think just about, maybe it was the end of February when they announced it, and I've been wanting to talk about it, but I just haven't found the time to be able to. And I think now I'm almost done really putting together the whole thing. So look forward to that. It's going to be coming to you hopefully before the end of this week, because I want to try and keep up with 2 uploads per week. Just see how it goes. So do stay tuned in for that. But aside from that, I thank you all for tuning in. To have a great day, and Forza Barca.